to talk to you today about this project Circa Resort, which is an EB5 Exemplar approved project in downtown Las Vegas. I also want to talk a little bit about the importance of an exemplar approval in EB5, being that it is a project that is fairly rare at this point because the government takes so long to approve exemplar projects that the government has actually gone through all of our documents, all of the project details, and given the approval to the project. So when you're looking at different projects, there's three main risks you have in an EB5 project. The project will be denied, the jobs won't be created, or the investor will be denied because of something that's wrong on your application. So an exemplar approval effectively takes one of those risks out. The government's already said your project's good. I'll talk about the jobs in a little bit, and as far as the investor being denied, that is a matter of hiring the right immigration attorneys and having the right people look at your files and making sure all of your source of funds, your path of funds, all of that's in good shape. I want to talk a little bit about our team that we have here, Invest America, who also has an associated broker-dealer called Sequence Financial. Invest America has been in this industry for almost 10 years. That's a little strange, isn't it? Never liked that slide anyway. This is the team that we have here. I'm up there on the left. My partner here is not here today, Casey. He's usually the exciting speech giver, so sorry you get the boring lawyer guy. Yasha here is from Invest America, and she's at our booth T1. She is with the broker-dealer and with Invest America, which is the EB5 due diligence investor relation company. And then Mindy is here as well. She was on the panel before. She's an immigration attorney that we love to work with. She's very knowledgeable in EB5. If you have a chance to talk to her about any issues in EB5, whether it's this project or any project, please take the time to do so. She can really help with the process. Obviously, it's a very confusing process when you're first getting it. So, Invest America, we have them as part of our team because they do very comprehensive due diligence on our project, and their associated broker-dealer does the same type of due diligence but on the securities level. So we have them. It's added cost. A lot of people don't have broker-dealers in their system, but we work from a highly regulated industry, and we want to have that extra security. We understand that we have to pay a little more for that, but we think it's worth it for them to make sure that all the project documents, all of our marketing, all of our, really every step of the way that we're going through these things is SEC compliant, and we're compliant with every U.S. law. It can be quite tricky to navigate through. Invest America and their investor relations has 100% approval rate for all of the investors they've worked with over the last 10 years. I think that's very important. And a big part of that is because they know how to get into your applications, make sure you're a suitable investor, make sure your application's right, work with your immigration attorney to make sure everything is on the level. And if they see your red flags, get those filled in, get those gaps filled in before it's too late. They're also at our booth too. They'd be happy to talk to you. We can set up. They have a launch page on their website. You can set up some separate meetings today, tomorrow. I think even Sunday. If that's something you want to do, they'll be with you as far as long as we will as well. Put you through every step of the process. For a little bit about PCG, our regional center. We really came from a company called Steel Partners. Steel Partners is one of the largest architect and design firms in the world. We've designed some of the most to see strong leadership. We want to see experience. They want to make sure that project's going to be built, the project's going to be successful. Nobody can promise you it's going to be, nobody can promise you money back. As we know, this is at risk, but it does not mean it has to be risky. There are many, many at-risk investments that are considered safe investments. You want to see strong financials. You want to see a good capital stack. You want to see a lot of equity in that project. You want the owners of that project to have a lot of skin in the game, so to speak. Because you want them to want that project to succeed, so they're not going to lose all their money, because you're going to be making that. We love fully funded projects. They're hard to find. Our project happens to be fully funded. Our stack is in place without 85 money. 85 is going to come in and just take a little bit of the equity that the owners have already put in. And you want to see a target employment area. That's how you get the 500,000 for now. And November 21st, as you all know, it's going to raise 900,000. But another thing about that is the target employment area is going to change drastically. So it's estimated that 60 to 70% of the EB5 projects out there will no longer qualify as a TEA, meaning that they will not go from 500 to 900. They will go from 500 to 1.8 million. Some projects will still qualify as a TEA and still be able to live on at the 900,000 level. So a little bit about Sealand Partners and what we do as far as our resorts around the world, how there are different clients that we work for, and how we find successful projects that might fit into an 85 home. A lot of foreign projects in here. There's obviously those who are qualifying for 85, but I want to give you a sense of that in the industry, in the design construction industry. We have been around since 1992. So as we talked about, a lot of people have talked about, there are new EB5 regulations coming. And I've talked to quite a few people today that are still under the impression that this is another false alarm like we've had for several years, which has been very frustrating when we all thought they were coming and everybody had to invest right now because these things are coming. But this is actual law right now. This cannot be changed unless with another law to change it, which obviously can't happen in a month. So this is happening. As we talked about, there will be also changes to the TEA areas, decreasing the amount of projects that are going to be in the marketplace. As I think everybody knows, with EB5, it's good for your investor, your spouse, and your children under 21. Definitely talk to your immigration attorney if you have children close to 21, because there are issues with them aging out before you go through the process. The entire EB5 process, come and talk to us. We can get into detail on the process, but you choose your project, you get your immigration attorney, you start looking at the documents, you ask all the questions that you can, all the questions that you need to get your application in, and then you get your conditional green card in two to 3 years, really, now. But all through that process, we will be with you. As the investor, we'll be with you. Invest America will be with you. The broker-dealer will be with you. Your immigration attorney will be with you. We want to create a team atmosphere. We don't want you to wonder what is the next step. We want you to be fully informed. Some of the projects that we've worked on with Invest America. And now, before we get kicked out of here, I want to talk about the actual project that we're here today, Circa. It's very exciting. Like I said, we'll go into a couple of details after this video, but it's fully funded. The stack is very strong. The ownership is very strong. The owners own 2 other casinos in downtown Las Vegas that are currently free and clear. They own a very successful automotive company in Michigan that makes over $100 million per year, making auto parts that almost every car in the world has to use because of the way that they're designed. It's very scientific, but let's look at Circa for a little bit. So our project, downtown Las Vegas. Fremont Street in downtown Las Vegas is one of the most visited places in the entire country for visitors. Almost 19 million, almost 20 million people visited last year, which is more than Disney World. 1.3 million square foot. Circa is going to include 35 floors, 8-floor garage, which we've currently named the Garage Mahal, which is kind of a play on words, obviously, but it's not just a garage, it's a whole transportation mecca where Ubers, Lyfts, cabs, anything and everything will have their own little area to make it really easy to get there. 510 rooms with 59 suites, a 2-level casino, including that huge sports book that you saw on there, which is big in the United States, putting all the sports on there, having suites to watch sports and bet on whatever you want. A Vegas-style pool with a huge LED, a lot of parties going out there and things like that. Longest outdoor bar on the Fremont Street Experience, and a lot of retail space. So a little project particulars here as I wind up, a little bit over $1 billion. We're going to create almost 9,000 jobs from our economist reports. This accounts to 45 jobs for an investor, which I can't do the percentages, but is several 100% more than you need. And the reason is they don't need EB5 to do it. They've already funded the project 100%. We are just coming in with a small sliver to take out some of the equity that the owners have already put in. We do offer an annual return of up to 3%, and that is annual. So that's fairly rare in the EB5 world as well. It's fairly high for EB5, but the owners want to create a splash and make sure that the investors have, I mean, we realize that we're using your money for 5 years, so you should get something out of it. So our $99 million is only 9.7% of the capital stack. The rest of the stack has a senior loan of $450 million. Developer equity of 463 plus that 99, which is currently in the project, so about 560 whatever. So it's a very strong stack. It's the kind of stack that you want to look for as an investor, I believe. Exemplar approved. We do have a denial refund if you're denial. Since it's exemplar, the project will not get denied, so we feel pretty confident about that. And very briefly, last slide, I just want to show you the construction site. Right now, as we go, the construction started about 9 months ago. So this is just kind of a time lapse over the last 9 months. The big dome by it is the Fremont Street Experience. It's a big outside promenade where there's all kinds of bars and restaurants. You can see it going up. I was actually at a music festival a day before I came here and standing right there and took some pictures. I have my phone. I can show them to you later if you want. But it's even, I would say, another 20 feet higher than that currently. So thank you very much for your time. We're at T1. We'd love to talk to any of you about any more questions that you may have.